Hello, this is Mary Jordan again, and thank you for coming to my YouTube channel. And I'm outside in this parking lot again, but I'm walking around on this grass, which you can see the grass. And the birds are really chirping around tonight, and it's amazing on how loud they are, because they really are loud tonight. Today I went to Austin and I was driving around, and I actually met two homeless people. Like, I really did. It was really odd. One of them was an older lady, and seemed like it was around 7th Street or so in Austin. And I talked to her, and she was telling me about her misfortunes and stuff like that. And so I said, hey, do you want to tell your story on YouTube? She said, no, I don't want to do that. But she did, and her name was Lenora, Lalana. Oh my goodness, I wrote it down, but I do have it. It's a real pretty name. And then when I was driving around again in Austin, I was ready to get on to the interstate, and I just happened to be on the road where you're stopped, and this younger boy, he looked really young, like he should have been in college or something. Blonde hair, really blue eyes. He looked really young though, and you could tell he really shouldn't have been out there. And I rolled down the window. I mean, not rolled down, you just push that button, it just, that window went down. And he thought I was going to give him money, but I didn't. I had 2 cans of soup in there in a bag, and I gave him those 2 cans of soup. And I told him when I was giving him the soup, he had his hand on the bag, and my hand was still in the bag. And I told him, take care of yourself out here. And he just kind of looked down when I said that, and he had his hand on the bag, and I did too, and I didn't give him the bag yet. It was just like kind of like a long moment. And so I said, and I looked at him, and he looked in my eyes. I mean, he looked into my eyes, and I said, I really mean that. And he looked at me like, do you really? He's just like, do you really? And I said, he said, okay. And then he went away. And I don't know, it was just kind of sad, because in that area around Austin, around 6th Street, around the Capitol, where that is, there's tons of tents and boxes and stuff like that over there, and they're out there. It's just really sad. It's just sad to me. But I haven't seen any children out there. But today was a good day. I mean, I really do like talking to those people though, and I mean, if I really could, I honestly would help everybody. I mean, but it takes everybody in the world. Like I did that today. I mean, I just happen to have the soup in my car, but if we went to, I don't want to say Walmart again, if we went to Walmart or Target, and or any of those little stores, grocery stores, and got 2 cans of soup and had them in your vehicle, and every time that you go somewhere, and if you see a homeless person, instead of giving them money, give them that soup. Don't give them money, because I don't know, it's kind of iffy on that, because sometimes they'll just go out and go buy cigarettes or beer with it. Because one time I did that, and they really did that. They went out, they just went out to the store and got beer, and I watched them. They got that big bottle of beer, the great big one. It looked like it was 12 inches long. Whatever it was the big boy beer, but it was, seemed like it was a can, like a tall can. Yeah, then one of them got a tall beer, the big beer looking thing. But other than that, I mean, today was a good day, and I'm just really thinking about, like, maybe we should go to the hiking. Yeah, go hiking. I love that. Or maybe antique shopping or something. I think that would be fun. You know, it would be fun too. I see a Haverty store over there. Going to Haverty's and look at all that furniture and just kind of dream like you'd really want to buy all that. But I don't need all that furniture. I already have too much stuff that I don't need anymore. No, I don't. And way too many clothes and all that goop. But I really want you to have a good night tonight with your family. And truly, to have lots of happiness and have lots of fun with your family. You know, maybe you can watch TV with them, or if they're little, you can read stories to them. And my hair looks like hokey mokey out there. Look at that. But, get your child and make sure that they took their bath and just read a really good story to them. That was my favorite time at night, was to read to my children at nighttime. That was the most fun I had all day. And I wish I could just go back in that time. You know how you just would love to open up that bottle and just relive all those happy memories again, and you want to smell all the scents in the air, like chocolate chip cookies in the air like you just made them, or like me when I was younger, sometimes because I was doing too much at nighttime, because after you got in from work, you're trying to wash the dishes. I know we had the dishwasher, but I still like washing them by hand. Washing the clothes, trying to do this, trying to get ready for the next day. And half the time, and I really did this, I would burn the food. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I'd burn that food. And I always made myself eat that burnt stuff, and I'd give the kids and everybody else, the stuff that wasn't trying to be so burnt. But it's funny now, but it wasn't then. Oh my God, I just hated burning that food, but I did do that. Yeah, I need to kind of come up with a cookbook. It has, what is that, blackened food? Yeah, I can do that really well. Yeah, but there is recipes that you can blacken the food, and it's really good. I don't remember any of them, but I did go to restaurants, and I had some of that stuff. But just have a wonderful day. Well, it's actually night, and do we see the moon is a little more than halfway. Oh, my hair's in my eyes, my nose, but it's halfway. And I just love the moon. I wish that was a full moon up there, but it's not. It's not a full moon. But I do love it. But I don't see any stars out right now. But now I do. No, it's a plane. No, I don't see any stars yet, but you're gonna see the stars when it's more black outside. The stars aren't as prevalent as when you have too much light. It just doesn't. You don't see it as good. But like if you're in the country, like a little town off those little roads where there's really nothing out there, it's kind of like scary to go down those roads. That is the best time to look at the night sky, and it is just amazing to get to look at the heavens like that, and that's my favorite thing to do. I don't really do that a lot lately, though, looking at the sky. I like to, if I had somebody to go with me, I probably would do that more, but half the time I'm that lone little star out there, and yeah, I am. I'm like the lone little wolf. Just have lots of happiness tonight, and I hope you really did have fun with your family. And watching TV. I love watching TV. Those old shows in the 80s. I was really big in the 80s, where all that music. I love that music from the 80s. But it seems like I need to do some more research for you and look up something new. Oh, I know what I was wanting to tell you. Today when I was driving around, I was in that IHOP. and I was sitting on the bench, and these two young guys came in, kind of tall. You can tell they look young though. They're younger than me. But they were sitting over there. No, they were standing up, and I was sitting down. And I could hear one up. I know I was listening to their conversation. You're not supposed to do that, but I did do that, yeah. And one of them was saying that something about his vehicle is down or something's wrong with it, and he needs another one. And he was just kind of whining, not whining, but he was kind of whining a little bit about that. And I could hear the birds. And he didn't know what to do. Like, he really didn't know what to do, because he said he was taking those lifts. It's kind of like Uber, but it wasn't Uber. Not Uber. And because you know the expense in it, because if you go over like Uber too, if you go over 7 to 10 minutes, it gets to be pricey, you know. And if you go 40 miles, what is it, like $40 to $50, you know, one way, then you got to pay that coming back. Well, that's $100 a day. Nobody can afford that. I mean, that's too expensive. And so I told him about, you know, if he didn't mind, you know, having like a used vehicle. And his eyes went, I mean, his little ears was like Dumbo. Those went whoop. They just opened up, and he was listening. And so I told him about, you need to look up open to the public, like going to wrecking yards. And he did. He had his phone in his hand, and I could see him already starting to tap into it. And he's like wondering what, you know, I was telling him. But you want to go there. And because those wrecking yards, and if you go in a bigger area like Dallas or San Antonio or Austin, you know, big places, the big cities, those, and these cars aren't bad, or trucks or dump trucks or whatever it is. You could be parking in a shopping area, or you parked on the side of the road on the highway, or if you went clubbing that night or something and you were drinking too much, and then you left your car at the club or somewhere and you didn't pick it up. Well, the wreckers will come by and they'll pick up your vehicle for you, not for free, but they'll pick it up and they'll take it to your wrecking yard. And if you don't come and get your car in a certain amount of time, the wrecking yard will actually auction your vehicle off. It doesn't matter if you have permission or not, they will auction it off. Yeah, they really will. And so I was telling him how you can get a vehicle, but you got to go, I'd go there like a couple days in advance before they auction off. And well, you want to look up auctions for open up to the public. It has to be to the public, because if not, you have to have a dealer's license, and dealer's license in Texas, it is $700, and I believe for a franchise license that is $300. And I can't remember the form that you have to get. Starts with the G, I don't remember, but oh goodness, it's 3 letters, but you can look it up. But this is just for Texas I'm talking about, okay? But in Texas, I'm pretty sure it's still like this, under not the franchise, but you know, the other license. You can sell 10 vehicles in 1 year, and you don't have to get a dealer's license. But after that, then you have to get a dealer's license. So at those guys, and he was needing a vehicle, he was really needing one, and so, and his buddy that was with him is a mechanic, and so, you know, and he was already talking to him as I'm talking to him, you know, that he can go with them and go, you know, check out some of those places, and he can look at the vehicles and see what it is, and you know, wouldn't, but he's thinking he'd go to the bank and borrow $2,000, $3,000 or $4,000. But you can actually get the vehicle a lot cheaper, because about 15, 18 years ago, I actually got a vehicle like that. It was a Subaru, a black one. and the amount of it was $500. And so you can get, it seemed like it didn't run, and it was just a $15 part that you had to have, and that was it, and it ran. And I had that car for like a couple years, and it was actually pretty good. Had really good gas mileage, and but that's a way of making money. You know, if you got a couple of your buddies, you know, that's 20 cars that you get out a year. And if you can get a vehicle, let's say you bought one for $2,000, but there's a trick with those vehicles. You got to clean them up, because a lot of times those vehicles are dirty. You know, you got to clean up the carpet, the upholstery. If they have chips in the wheels, you need to take the wheels off, and you want to get it like sandpaper, roughing it up to where it's a little bit porous, and then get some spray paint that is for metal, and spray paint that in an area that is not well, the wind is not blowing, because you don't want that spray paint getting onto, you know, other vehicles. And so, and you know, too, plus that dealer's license for Texas, I mean, I don't know about the other states, you're going to have to check that out. It's good for 2 years, so that's really good. But in 2 years, if you could do that, that would be, see, 20, 40 cars, see, 10, 12, 40 cars between two of you. You know, in 40 vehicles, that's quite a bit of money to turn around and invest. And you know, you can get bigger cars, or you can just save up your money and get a vehicle. You can get a home with it, put that money down on a house, or whatever you're wanting to do, or go some really nice vacation, whatever you want to do. But yes, and there's a lot of businesses that you can get into like that. Yeah, and I need to check that out too. But cars is very lucrative, and you can stand to make a lot of money. And if you go into franchising, I know that's $300. Oh yes, and I forgot you have to get the franchise license plate for your vehicle, and that's $90 extra each. But that's not bad at all. And you can stand to get a lot of money from that, and it's very lucrative. And if your credit is good and stuff like that, I mean, you can go to the bank and get some loans, and really, you know, you can get some really nice cars and have like a little car lot. Or if you don't want that car lot and have that expense, you can just put them on Facebook or Craigslist, or there's tons of places that you can get rid of vehicles. I mean, you can go just put on an index card and just go to the student centers, you know, like if there's colleges around your area, and you're going to put it on an index card, you know, about the vehicle, and put it on their student center board. They have a lot of bulletin boards, and if you look around town, there's a lot of bulletin boards for the public that you can put, you know, stuff on and advertise yourself or advertise your business or whatever you're wanting to do. And it's free of charge. They don't charge for that. You just have to do it. You just have to have your cards with you, or make something up right then. But yes, that sounds really good. But yes, let's get in a new vehicle. Yeah, I think that's really neat idea. But just remember to have sleepy, sweet dreams tonight. Yes, and just know that I'm still holding your hands, and I've got your hand in mine. I won't let go, I promise, I won't let go. And remember to read your children some stories before they go to sleep. And just have their little imagination going, and just tell them, you know, they can do anything, and spread their wings to the heavens, and they can just do anything they want. That's what I always tell my children. You can do anything you want. You just have, I mean, there is a little work with it, but you got to do that. But hey, everything's work, isn't it? But just have lots of happiness and sweet dreams, and know that God, He's watching over you right now, and He's going to wake up tomorrow, and the world's going to be beautiful just for you. And it is, just for you. And it doesn't matter who hears my voice. God is watching over you, and the Creator is watching over you, and He's going to keep you safe. He's going to let you have prosperity, understanding, intelligence, longevity, creativity, generosity. You're going to be innovative. You're just going to have to get up earlier. Don't get up at 2, but you need to get up earlier and just think about what you want to do and just start doing it. Don't wait till tomorrow, because tomorrow you're always going to be thinking, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it tomorrow, and you know what? Tomorrow never comes. So you just need to get up and start doing it now. Do it now. That's what I have to tell myself too. Yeah, I mean, I do. And okay, have a wonderful night, and be careful on the road, and just lots of sweet dreams, and thank you again for hanging out with me one more time. Just listen to me jabber away. But I'm really hoping those homeless people are really safe tonight. It makes me worry about them if I start talking to them, though. I mean, it does. It's like, oh my God, they're like my kids. I want to be worrying about them. Yes, but just have lots of happiness and sweet dreams. Lots of sweet dreams. Bye-bye.